Hello again. Today we're going to talk about what's happening in this crazy world and what your only job is. So I'm going to make this very simple. Everything happening out there, not your job, not your concern, not your business. Your only job, your only business is right here. Right here. You can hear the herons behind me echoing that praise. None of this is your business. None of the war, none of the politics, none of the whatever crisis of the moment that is on whatever corrupted media channel. None of that is your business because none of it's even real. So yes, there are absolutely people in suffering. There is a lot happening that shouldn't be happening, but 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% of some of this isn't even happening in the way, especially, some of it's not even happening. Others, it's not happening in the way that it appears. Almost every single thing that you think is happening in the world is not happening in the way that it's being presented. No matter what side you're on, and that's the problem, that there are sides. It's created that way. Anytime there's distortion, anytime there's separation, anytime there's, us against them, whether that's politics or race or gender, whatever it is, anytime there is that separation and divide, it is on purpose to divide and conquer. And it has worked well for thousands of years, so they keep doing it. So, what is about to happen? Well, what is currently happening, what is currently unfolding in this Earth simulation that we are in, this world, in whatever way that it is, and we don't need to argue about whether it's flat or it's round or it's whatever, who cares? In this current Earth realm simulation that we are all in this current physical body experience that we are having, I would guess that probably for 90% of you, 100% of what you know and believe to be true is not true. 100%. And I know that just probably feels insane and like, what do you mean? If you went to public school, if you are at all involved in the matrix simulation, meaning like regular day-to-day happenings in the world, if you aren't a person that is, labeled a conspiracy theorist, and even if you are, like, I'll get to those people in a minute. Every single thing, no matter whether you're spiritual, religious, agnostic, atheist, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what you've learned, no matter what you understand to be true about this current existence, I would bet that 100% of it will be inaccurate for many of you. And maybe another 5 to 10% of you have a good idea of what's happening, but I guarantee that a huge chunk of it still will be well different than you could possibly believe. I feel like I get my mind blown every single day by what is actually real and what is unraveling versus what, I've been out of the system, out of the simulation, out of the matrix for many, many years and have known what's happening in the world. None of this Epstein crap was a surprise to me. I've known this is happening for a long time. When 2020 and all the lockdowns happened, I knew that was not what was actually happening. Which is a very unpopular opinion where I'm from in the Pacific Northwest. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What's important is this. Understand that in this moment in time, almost everything that you believe to be true, that you have been taught is real, whether it's about religion, whether it's about history, whether it's about nature, science, I don't care what the topic is, you're going to discover that it's inaccurate and sometimes completely distorted. That was done on purpose, and you'll find out why later. It doesn't even matter. It was to distort, to control, to disconnect us from source, from origin, who we actually are. None of that really matters. Your only job is to recognize that you are in the most amazing unraveling and shedding and rediscovering in the history of humanity, like literally ever. So what that means, though, is you have to allow yourself to unravel. So this can be incredibly uncomfortable. It can feel, downright, life or death. Like this can feel like absolute serious trauma, fight, flight, death to parts of you. So when we have created our identity and received our identity based on doing and based on our protection mechanisms that we've created through trauma, through the childhood, through this this simulation that we're in that has been very co-opted and hijacked, where we get our value by doing, losing all of that, losing our identity, and the roles that we have gained over life, whether it's daughter, mother, father, whatever your job is, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, but all the roles that we play, all of the value that we've gotten by doing will create in our system trauma when that gets like ripped away. So if you're grasping on to what you think is real, to who you think you are, it will feel like this, and it will feel really painful, uncomfortable, terrible, and sometimes it will actually feel life-threatening if you're really clinging on to. So what I've been talking about is starting to let go, to release, to reconnect with the body, to start balancing, to find internal safety. Your job right now is to allow for what is here to be revealed, because the best news ever is source, true origin is here. It has returned. You might notice that the sky looks different. The sun is more clear. The moon is the moon. There's not this simulation overlay. Everything has been, like in the Truman Show, in the little, little half dome bubble that he was in. That bubble has been popped. So everything is now available. True source origin has returned. Nature is returning back to true authentic nature, the vibration, the undercurrent. Many of you can probably feel this, that, oh my gosh, there's a difference in the air. There is a difference in the energy. There's a clarity. There's more light and rainbows and different qualities and magic and a completely different feeling, because it's not now overlaid and co-opted. So what that means is, as all the co-option, all the stuff barfing up, all the formerly hijacked pieces, government, media, medical system, education system, while all of that barfs out and dies off, it's going to get messy. It's going to be ugly. It's going to look like it does right now looking out in the world. But it's all by design. It's all wonderful. All that has to barf and die off because it's not source. It's not true origin. It was all co-opted. It was built on a platform of lies and pain and terror and non-origin. So all of that is falling. And what is going to be left, what is already here, is true source origin, true nature, the true breath and spiral of life, the actual, real, authentic source, true tone, true energy, pure form. So if you are worried about all of that barfing out there And if you are running huge patterns and programs and clinging on to old identities and beliefs, and whether that's a religious belief or science or whatever, just pick anything, literally, I mean, everything, every single thing, like take everything you've ever known to be true, put it in a box and like offer it up to like higher wisdom. I don't know what's real anymore. I'm just waiting to be shown, not shown by, another person, not shown because someone's telling you, because when you're able to like start doing this and connect with your body, you'll know. And that's the point. So let me come back around to the actual point, which is your only job is to be available for this, to remove everything that is not you, all the things from this simulation that were programs, all the indoctrination from schools, media, music, TV, all the things you learned that you were supposed to do or not, everything you've learned in history, like literally all of it is up for grabs. I would not claim to know anything in this moment. Like truly, I wouldn't put money or my life on anything right now to like demand that I know this is true. I don't know anything is absolutely true in this moment, except this. Our only job is this right here, to connect into our body, into nature, into true source origin. So in order to be available for all the magic that is here, for all of the abundance and energy and pure source return, just like this pure light coming through the trees, in order to be available for that, you have to take down the walls, you have to loosen the grip, and you don't do that by going and like forcing. You come alongside to your pieces gripping and say, oh, I feel you gripping. I feel your fear. I feel you holding. I'm here too. You're not alone. It's safe to let go. How do we build safety in the body? By reconnecting slowly, by small steps every day, going in and in and in and in and over and over and over. I will post many links below. I've done many videos on this. I have an amazing workshop on how the intelligent design of your body works, how it stores trauma, why we get kicked out of our body, why we want to grab our phone or a bag of chips or ice cream or media or alcohol, whatever it is, instead of going in, because part of you feels unsafe in here. So your only job right now is to clear away what is not you, to put all of your focus, take it off all these things out here, bring all of your energy back to here, and practice many times a day, every single day, many times a day, going in. What parts of me feel unsafe? Like, oh my God, I'm having trouble even sitting here. I feel this anxiety. I feel this like beating in my heart, or oh my gosh, if I'm not paying attention to that, or if I lose this, identity or being or belief, what will that mean? Oh, let me sit with the part of me that feels that way. Let me sit with a sweet little innocent, scared piece of myself that feels like it's not safe if XYZ. Or let me sit with the part of me who thinks they get their value off of being this role, this whatever, doing versus just being. And you just start addressing each of these pieces. You clear out the clutter. You turn off all the media. You get all the toxins out of the house. I did a whole video on the like really easy hacks about, food and water and fragrances and all the toxins in this world that were completely done on purpose to put up these walls so that you could not feel true source origin when she returned. All of that was by design. So it is your job now to wake up, to realize, okay, things might be very different than they appear. I'm ready for higher wisdom, for source to show me the way, my internal wisdom. I'm ready to be shown. I'm ready to open, to release the grip. I'm ready to build safety in my body so that I can be available for the true tone, for the true source that is running here, for the true energy available. It is not out there. It is not in the noise. If it's fear mongering, if it produces anxiety, if it's like dividing us against them, any of that is not going to suit you. Turn it off immediately. Stop the conversation. Tell your family, I'm sorry, I can't talk about that right now. I am clearing out my system. I am in a bubble of protection to restore my system back to source origin, true nature, 0 point. Who you were before you got put upon by the world, before you got put upon by all of the programs, all of the poisons, all of the very necessary protections of coming into this world with some of the dysregulated parents that we have in this dysregulated world that we have. It is very dysregulating, disconnecting to be and to grow up in this simulation that we have grown up in. All of that is popping, all of it is dying off. That is a very good thing, but you have to be available for it. So your only job is this right here. This. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your sit bones. Place your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Feeling as the air goes down the back of your throat, down your trachea into your lungs, expanding your lungs. You can hear the birds in the background, the herons and the little songbirds, the water flowing as your breath comes back out of your mouth, just releasing, feeling. As your diaphragm softens, as your lungs come back in, feel the breath on your lips. Wow, that was fun. You just took a straight dive off of my coffee cup. There's not coffee in it, it's tea. Well, that was a fun little disturbance in our centering. But I'm going to leave it in here because that's how life is. So back to center, back to your heart, back to your body, back to nature. Be available for what is here. It is here now. It is trying to get your attention. All these little pieces are trying to get your attention. Be available for what is here. It is magical. It is much, much, much more pleasant than the absolute crap show happening in the world right now. We're not spiritually bypassing. We're coming back in to actually feel our feelings, to actually be here for the trauma, for all the pain that we've been holding in our body. We're here for what's important, which is right here. And from this space, then you can go out into the world. You can love your children and co-regulate and anchor light for them. You can go and help your neighbor. You can have an actual frequency of source that then changes things out into the world. That is the best way to affect change, and it is literally your only job right now. Let go of anything that you think is real, important, you clinging. Let go of anything you think you know. Be totally available to be surprised and delighted and probably shocked in many ways, and just be open for it all, be present for it all, for whatever it brings up in you, and just keep practicing coming in here. Blessings.